Running back tier list.
Oh,
Everybody.
here we go.
Here we go. We've had.
You want to zoom this one in too? There we go.
We have had some. God, we've had some controversial picks. So I have S, A, B, C. I was gonna do future stars, but I feel like running backs in the NFL, you know sooner or not if they're gonna be a star or not, and I think you kind of get a better judgment of a running back just because of their usage in the NFL. So I didn't make his future stars. I do have have not seen yet because there are a few guys in here like where is he? Blake Corum we haven't seen, and Jonathan Brooks we just haven't seen yet.
Can I just say this list is going to be the most controversial one I think we've ever done.
Yeah.
There's too many options.
This could get ugly. This could get full ugly.
Can you zoom it in a little bit more by chance?
We're gonna start cutting off, but
it's sure.
Fine.
Okay.
Should we?
Do we want to?
I think we got to make a top 5 one.
Derrick Henry.
Top 5. Top 5 is pretty.
McCMC, Derrick Henry, Saquon.
Saquon's top 5.
Good when healthy. Ooh. Maybe it's just a top 3.
Okay, when healthy, Chubb, but we don't know.
Kamara, when he's amazing, Kamara
is not top 5 though. Oh, Kamara could be 5. Kamara could be fringe 5. I think we gotta lean Jacobs, or I think Kyron Williams is in there as recently.
I don't think Josh Jacobs is top 5 personally.
I think Kyron Williams has to be in the conversation for being a top 5 running back in the NFL.
Jonathan Taylor,
consideration.
Yeah. Jahmyr Gibbs is a future top 5 in my opinion.
Gibbs, yeah. James Cook is pretty
Chat
good.
said Lamar Jackson. Lamar.
Yeah. That'd be
Justin
good.
Fields.
True. Pacheco's not crazy. Brian Bijan.
There's a lot of guys that are A, and I can't put into top 5 personally.
Yeah.
This
is tough. You're right. This is going to be. You know what? I feel like we should just have top 3.
I like that for now. If we know for sure there's something we can change.
Top 3. There's such a scarce thing that, and then this will make this a lot easier. A tier running backs. Jonathan Taylor's A tier.
Yep.
Kamara's A tier.
Yep.
Bijan Robinson's A tier.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna put Isaiah Pacheco in. Kyron Williams is A tier.
A. Don't put Pacheco. Gets
Pacheco B. I'm gonna put Pacheco in B.
Yeah,
but he
gets injured.
He's very good.
He has injury. He's a little injury prone.
Let's do this really quick. You know what? Kenneth Walker's good, but he's B tier.
Put Najee in C. I like that.
Ramondre F. Raheem Mostert's bad this year. He's been very bad this year. Hasn't done anything.
Davon A-Chain, where do you think he goes?
A-Chain's in B.
Okay. He does get hurt. He's an injury-prone guy.
Swift has been C this year. He's not that good. Robinson,
here's a question
B.
from the chat.
Yeah.
Nicholas in the chat just brought up. He said, hear me out. What makes Bijan even A tier? I haven't seen enough from him, and it's all about the hype.
Behind that. I fully can get behind that. I you know what? I like that.
What has he shown? He's
nothing.
Probably
He's
the
done
most
nothing.
hyped up running back.
He's done nothing. Damn it. Bijan has done nothing so far. I swear to God, I am a very anti-Bijan guy, but I thought that everyone would want to see him in A.
Don't give in to the haters.
I'm not. Zeke's F.
Oh, poor Zeke.
Zeke's F. Breece Hall's A. But this year
he's another guy that gets hurt a lot.
He's been bad. Okay, are we talking this year? This year so far?
I think it's mainly this year mixed with everything.
Hear me out.
David Montgomery.
Hear me out, David Montgomery. He's been a stud this year.
Well, first of all, we need to figure out if we're just doing this year or every year, because if it was this year, Najee Harris is an F. So we talked about him a lot.
I don't think Najee would be an F this year. Hold on. Headset died.
Oh, headset is down. The headset has been down. So I agree with what Nicholas is saying. If it's this year, Brees is a B. If it's all time, though,
And we're
I think
back.
he's still a B.
Who?
Just because we're talking Brees Hall. I don't know if you could hear
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
Nicholas said if it's just this year, it's Brees is just a B. I think I can get down with Brees Hall being a B just because his
agree.
injury
I think
issues.
he's high B. Full high B.
His injuries scare me a little bit. I think he's a guy that's injury prone, just like Pacheco. I think that's solid B. Can we look at Jahmyr Gibbs by chance? This is a guy I think's high B, low A. I like him. I like him a lot. I think he's done more than Bijan, personally.
I agree, but I don't think he's better than Kenneth.
Who else we got here?
James Cook's A. James Cook's an A.
Okay,
Josh Jacobs is an A.
fine.
Nick Chubb. You know what I mean?
Well, I know we're basing it this year and all time, though, like what they've done.
All right, but then he's at top. He's top.
He is top of the league.
A.
We're going to have to readjust that to like A and maybe put him up and make a top 4. Aaron Jones.
Gus Edwards has been A this year.
All time, though, what he's done, probably B.
Ramondre's horrible. Let's see. Rashad White's F this year. Javonte Williams, F. Tony Pollard, F.
What have they done, though, in the past?
Haven't seen enough.
Like Rashad White and Tony Pollard. They can be C's, I think.
This year they've been bad. This year, though. So bad.
This year they've been bad. Like Tony Pollard on the Cowboys last year is pretty dang good.
Yeah, but he fell off so hard. So hard.
Can we put Jalen Warren and haven't seen enough? I want to get James Conner's A or top of the league right now. I like what James Conner's been doing. Put him up top.
Damn good. He's been damn good this year, boy.
Ever since he left the Steelers, he's found a great home where he's been in Arizona. Way better fit.
Hear me out. Hear me out. He's been horrible.
I get it,
but I think he should be in C.
Yeah, put him up there.
Aaron Jones has been mediocre. See?
Yeah. Well, also, I'm looking at his Packers career. I might put him low B. What he's done with the Packers.
Fall off so hard. I think we have to more acquaint this year and then barely use career.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I think when Nick Chubb comes back, he'll still be good. Gus Edwards. Let's put Jalen Warren in C as well. Him and Najee are pretty.
Well, if it's just this year, we haven't seen him.
then we have to put Chubb and haven't seen enough.
Oh goodness, yeah. Put Warren like. I think Jalen Warren's better than Najee Harris. Don't get me wrong.
No, Jalen Warren would be bad without Najee.
No, he's better. He's more elusive. He's faster than Najee Harris.
I'm faster than Najee Harris.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are. What about Joe Mixon?
B. He's been pretty good this year. Better, but before he got hurt, better than Bijan. Gus Edwards.
Let's confirm it this year only.
Yeah, this year only. Haven't seen enough then, and
make an injured tier. I think that we could put Chubb and Jalen Warren down there, in my opinion, for injured.
Jonathan Brooks is hurt.
CMC's hurt.
But he's still top 3.
We're just doing
that's why it doesn't make sense. That's why it doesn't make sense if we do our CMC. You know what I mean?
Oh, this is getting confusing.
Gus Edwards, I think we got to put him in B.
That might have been one of the fastest tier lists we've ever done.
Yeah.
I think we need to figure out if we're doing all like career or just this season.
I think both, like a mix of both, but that's why I think we got to put All right, let's just go here. Let's go
Yeah,
here.
we need to clean this up.
Let's go A.
If we want to do a top 5, Nick Chubb's up there. I think he is a top 5 running back when healthy.
I think you got to talk about Kyron Williams being top 5. You got to talk about that, or Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is 5'6", 5 or 6.
I'm looking at this list, and there's guys I'm taking over Gus Edwards that are lower than Gus Edwards. Personally, from what he's done, Aaron Jones, I'm taking over Gus Edwards. Personally, I can't take Najee or Etienne over Gus Edwards, I think, but I can take Aaron Jones over a Gus Edwards.
Yeah, I can't.
I'd move Gus Edwards down.
Yeah,
personally. And if I'm redoing,
Gus Edwards has been really good this year.
If I'm redoing C tier, I'd put maybe Gus Edwards ahead of Najee, or Najee then Gus.
Yeah.
This is Stevenson's low C, like middle low. We've seen not a lot of good out of Rhamondre Stevenson. A
lot of B's. But I think that's fair. Okay, let's reorder this. I think you're better than that. I think that's
okay. Do you want to know? Can you read the chat now, or you want me to read what they're saying?
You can read it.
Here's what the chat's like. Not high on Dave on A-Chain. Nicholas is saying, how can you take Aaron Jones and Etienne over Gus Edwards?
Yeah.
JT's better than Jacobs. Kyron is not a top 5. Yeah. Those are some of the comments we're getting.
Yeah,
what they think.
Gus is C. He had a few big games. What are your thoughts here?
I want to look something up very quick.
Oh my God. I'm thinking about J.K. Dobbins, not Gus Edwards.
Yeah, I was reading the chat. Gus Edwards has like 113
Yeah, I was thinking about J.K. Dobbins, not Gus Edwards.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, why are you ranking Gus Edwards like a B tier running back?
No, hell no. I was thinking about J.K. Dobbins.
Where is J.K. Dobbins on this list?
I don't know. How do we get guys in here?
Well, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Gus Edwards is not
bad luck, huh?
Thank you, Nicholas, for bringing up that stat. I was like, how are you ranking Gus Edwards high B? Ahead of I think our B tier is way too congested, but the thing about running backs is all of them are pretty decent, put up great numbers. Once you get to the C tiers, it's kind of like they're starting to fall off. Like, I honestly think when Najee leaves the Steelers, he's going to start to fall off even more. I don't think it's going to be the James Conner type of situation. I think Najee's going to have a quick NFL career after he leaves, personally. Like, DeAndre Swift is in, like, his state. He was really good before he's been on. Now he's like a journeyman. Now DeAndre Swift's going everywhere. Also, is Eckler on this list?
He's not.
But Brian Robinson Jr. from the Commanders? He's not here.
He is. Right
there. He is?
Brian Robinson Jr. Yep.
I didn't even see him.
What the hell?
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
Oh. Looks yummy.
There he is. All right. He has been B. High B this year.
It's fair.
That's what I was thinking. Not Gus Edwards, J.K. Dobbins. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Okay. That is on me. What else? What else don't we like?
So the chat's also saying, Nicholas brought it up. If he had one veto to use in the chat, it would be moving Kenneth Walker to A.
I like that. I'm a big Kenneth Walker guy, but
I agree.
He struggled his last 2 games. He's very struggled his last 2 games, but I think Kenneth Walker has potential to be in top 5 when he's being a dog. But I think I think right now he's just not on that level of some of these guys. I honestly think that James Conner should be down in here.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. What about James Cook?
Conner's not A. James Cook's an A. James Cook's an A. James Cook's better than David Montgomery, and Josh Jacobs better than David Montgomery.
I think David Montgomery could also go down to B.
He's been so good this year, though. He's been so good.
I'm looking at everything though. Like he wasn't that good with the Bears. He wasn't like lighting it up.
Yes, but he found a new home and he's been a dog this year.
I'm still putting him in B. I don't think Montgomery's better than like.
How about we'll let chat decide. Chat. David Montgomery, A, B, C. Where should we put our guy?
I'll keep you updated when the chat moves. I think that's a question because I personally don't think he's better than Jahmyr Gibbs, Kenneth Walker. I still think Bijan's better than him. Jahmyr Gibbs is like a haul of more carries, in my opinion, as well than David Montgomery. James Conner's shown a lot this season. Pacheco, when healthy, has shown a lot. Brian Robinson Jr. has been pretty good, but he's good at B. I think we keep Najee. Najee's a good C running back. It's kind of funny to put him down there since he's like gotten 1,000 yards every year in his career. It's just I think Najee's one of the most overrated running backs in the league. He just doesn't light the world on fire, in my opinion. He's just kind of the power back that's averaging like 2 to 3 yards a carry. That could be way better than he is. He probably wasn't worth the first round draft pick at the time. I see why the Steelers did it. They needed a running back bad. This is a weird list. We did it really quick. I felt like with the quarterbacks and wide receivers, we were only like on the 5th guy by now.
Yeah. I think running backs are so much more easy to judge. So much easier to just judge them.
They're also the most replaceable position.
Yes. You're good or you're not.
Like we're seeing a guy, Jordan Mason's not on this list. The way he's played this year, Jordan Mason's elevated himself to a high B, low A, the way he's played for CMC. Personally, first chat coming in about Montgomery is Nicholas. Thank you, Nicholas. He said, likes where he is, but I think Gibbs is closer to him. They're just different players, wicked 1-2 punch. I agree with that. I think Gibbs is the better version of a David Montgomery, but if I had to change it, maybe Montgomery high B behind Jahmyr Gibbs. Maybe move Gibbs ahead of Conner and Pacheco. You're really high on Breece. First of all, do you have any vetoes you want to use?
I'm not high on Breece Hall at all. I don't think
I'm not high on him either. I don't know why he's up.
He's definitely not in C. He's definitely not a C tier running back.
I think he's lower than where he is in B. I think he's B, but he's not highest B. Okay, let's look at these guys ahead of him now. I'll read you these names. Pacheco, is he better than Breece Hall?
Is Pacheco better than Breece Hall? Yes.
Jahmyr Gibbs?
Yes.
Kenneth Walker?
Yes.
What about, do you think James Conner is?
No.
Joe Mixon?
No.
Bijan?
Yeah.
Yeah, move Bijan up. Aaron Jones?
No.
J.K. Dobbins?
This year, yes, but no.
Brian Robinson?
No, it's close.
I like Brian Robinson personally.
I want to put him above Aaron Jones right now.
And then Davon Achane.
No.
Okay, I like B. I think B is pretty clean.
I think our C's solid. I think our C's kind of locked in.
Nicholas just said perfect B.
I think our B's solid. I think our A is solid. I think the only one that can come out of A is David Montgomery, but the way he's been playing this year,
got to keep him in A. I think our C's dynamite, and then F is where it kind of gets weird. I think Raheem, which again, I just haven't seen enough out of Raheem. He hasn't done anything this year. Him, Gus, Zeke, they've been bad. Zeke's been bad. Rashad White's been horrible. Javonte Williams has been bad. Pollard's been awful. I honestly think this is a solid list.
I'm looking something up really quick. Looking at Montgomery's stats personally. He's up to 271 this season.
As a running back, too.
David Montgomery
scores so many touchdowns.
Hold up. Never mind. 4,895 yards. This year, saying in the chat, he's ahead of Josh Jacobs this season.
I don't think I can put him ahead of Jacobs right now.
He's up to 271.
I can't do it.
Let me go to the Lions.
Can't put him ahead of Jacobs. I think he's fine where he is, honestly. He has scored.
Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. If they're basically a 1-2 punch, I'd put Gibbs ahead of Pacheco. Because here's their stats right now.
I for sure wouldn't put Gibbs ahead of Pacheco. Pacheco's been hurt though, but when Pacheco's healthy, he's better than Gibbs.
Here's what I'll say this about Montgomery and Gibbs. Here's their receiving yard totals. You ready for this? Rushing, that is.
One's been hurt.
Jahmyr Gibbs has more right now.
Well, obviously.
Than David Montgomery. And they both played 4 games.
Receiving back, but Gibbs is the receiving back.
Gibbs has 285 rushing yards. David Montgomery, 271 rushing yards. Receiving yard wise, he only has 76. David Montgomery, he has 94. So they have each other beat a little bit.
It's close, but that's why David Montgomery's low A and Jahmyr Gibbs is high B, but Gibbs is not better than Pacheco at all. And I think right now, Montgomery's just been better than Pacheco. Montgomery scores tutties.
Yeah. Gibbs already has 3. He has 3 this year. 3 rushing, 1 receiving.
Montgomery's got a lot.
Montgomery, going to him really quick. I'm on the Lions site. Montgomery this season has...
I don't think this is crazy to say this. I think Pacheco...
Yeah, Montgomery has 4 rushing.
Could be A. But I don't think I can put... I don't know if I can put Gibbs in A yet. I don't think I can. I think we could talk about we could put Pacheco in low A and Montgomery and Gibbs top of B. But that's that. How about that? We'll leave that up to. Do you guys want to do that? Put Montgomery and Gibbs both in top of B, and then Pacheco bottom A. But Jacobs runs so much. Jacobs does so much for the Packers. So much.
He doesn't score a lot of touchdowns.
Because they score in the red zone. They don't get to the goal line.
This is why I think this list is going to be the most controversial. Just because
nothing will beat the quarterback tier list. That was bad.
You made a lot of people mad with your Matthew Stafford.
We got cooked.
They weren't a fan. We had a guy comment on a thing, give a whole TED talk of why I thought, was it like pro Matthew Stafford? It was very hard to understand.
Yeah.
He was like, Stafford's going to be a Hall of Famer, or this is why he's going to be held out of the Hall of Fame. I'm like, okay. Nicholas says, leave it how it is. He said they're both A.
All right.
I think both Lions guys are A's.
No, Gibbs is not an A tier running back yet.
I love how our debate is between Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery, Pacheco, and Jahmyr Gibbs out of all these guys.
Yeah.
Now, here's the question. If we leave it the same, I'm looking at the A's and maybe some B's. Are there any of those guys you think that could go top 5 or are top 5 already that we don't have up there?
It's such a toss-up between Taylor
and Chubb.
I think you got to talk about Kyron. Maybe Kyron Williams scored in every game so far. He's been great for the Rams. I think Kyron, James Cook are up there. I think Jonathan Taylor's certainly up there, but I think top 3 is way more safer. We can avoid a lot more controversy this way. ETN this year is not better than Warren.
Thing is, Warren's been hurt.
Yeah.
I think we've also seen a lot more like games out of ETN because the Steelers do the whole dual running back thing when Warren is healthy.
Yeah.
I think Warren's going to get more carries.
ETN's running back 2. ETN's running back 2. Now, if we're talking about them at running back 2, that's fine. But I think order-wise, that it's more about where they are than order in the tiers per se. But we try and order them a little bit.
I'll say this about Jaylen Warren. I'm really high on the guy. I think if he's healthy enough, I think he's actually probably going to play this week against the Raiders. Probably not a lot if his hamstring's good. I think he can end the season at least low B. I think Jaylen Warren's a guy people need to start looking at a lot because I think he's the Steelers' future running back, personally. I think he's their guy because Najee's not going to be there next year. I don't think he is. I'm looking at Jalen Warren to be the future of the Steelers running back core. I like C. I agree with I get where people are going to come from with the ETN over Jalen Warren type of thing. I just like Warren's upside a lot. That's why I'm putting him there. Fine with Stevenson and Zach Moss down there. Raheem Mostert really fell off. That was a guy that had a really good few games with the Dolphins. Ezekiel Elliott fell off a cliff. Rashad White, I don't think he's that low in F. I don't think he's the third worst. I'd honestly put him ahead of Ezekiel Elliott and Gus Edwards. I'd probably put him at the top of F, personally, on that Bucs offense. That's more of a passing offense, more so of a rushing offense. But Rashad White has shown some sparks, especially last season. This season, not much, but it's also because Baker Mayfield's just chucking the ball way more. But that's kind of the same argument with like Josh Jacobs and the Packers. But Josh Jacobs is putting up pretty nice numbers with the Packers.
All right. Should we lock this tier list in?
Do we like it?
I'm fine with it. I'm ready to take the criticism. We're locking it in. It's locked in. We're not changing anything. This is locked in. Final whistles. Running back tier list. We've now done quarterbacks, wide receivers. Wide receivers went well. We dominated wide receivers. Quarterbacks went bad. We got cooked. Running backs. Let us know what you think.